what content should we be creating that's the fastest way to grow our audience on our email list? Any content that we put out on whatever platform should always be of value, otherwise there's just no point in doing it. If you're posting for posting's sake, your audience will just switch off to you. So in this video, I'm going to give you the 5 types of content that you should be posting to keep your audience engaged and wanting more from you, and examples of the type of information you can give for each category. The information that I give you is what I've found to have worked in my journey on building an online business. So make sure that you subscribe to my channel and hit the bell to be notified when I post a new video each week. Whilst we aren't going to be everyone's cup of tea, which is fine, we want to attract the right kind of people into our world and give them as much value as possible. When a listener aligns with our values and our beliefs, it reinforces a connection that you like them and makes it far more likely for them to start on the customer journey with you. So what type of content should we be producing? Number 1, inspirational content that creates affinity and connection. This is content that shows that you understand where the listener's at and that they can have the outcome that they desire. So this could be your journey that you've been on. Tell them your story and let them see that you've had the struggles that they're having and that you've overcome them by doing X, Y, and Z. And this positions you as having the answers to the problems when they can see that you've been in the same boat as they're in, so to speak. And they're more likely to follow you and want to find out more about you. Number 2, show them that there's a different or a new way with your content. Create awareness for your audience that just because we're told that it's normal or we're expected to do something in a certain way, that we call BS on that belief, and shift their perspective on that topic. Brandon Lucero calls it thought reversal content, where you're taking an industry norm and then you're flipping it completely on its head. So this not only creates polarizing content that affirms your core beliefs and values, but it either draws or repels the listener, making sure that you've only more of the right people in your audience. As an example of this content, have a think of what people say is the correct way to do something, or a belief that's widely used that you don't agree with because you know of someone who's done something differently and it's worked for them. So for instance, we all believe that when we start with our online business that we should have the perfect website in place with a beautiful logo and fancy images, etc. When in reality, I call BS on that, because if we've got a product to sell, we need a sales page, great content and an audience to make those sales, and the rest can come later. Content number 3, inform and educate. This is content that answers your people's problems or questions, and it can be in the form of how-to videos or blogs, or maybe go live with a Q&A session. If you know what the struggles are, then answer those, and if not, ask, post in groups and take note of the comments. So for instance, I'm doing this video for you now that helps with the type of content to post to get attention. And this is because I hear on a regular basis that people don't know, or they get overwhelmed with what to post, but they feel that they should be visible on the social media platforms every day. So what do? They post a meme or inspirational quote that they've taken 20 minutes to create in Canva, and then they wonder why they've no sales at the end of the week. There's nothing wrong with inspirational quotes and those type of posts to complement the core content that you produced, but don't expect those type of posts to get you the following or the email list growth that you need to make the sales. So let me know in the comments below some of the topics that you could inform or educate your audience about with your valuable content. Number 4, entertain. Everyone likes a laugh and a bit of reality TV, so if you can appeal to your audience's sense of humour, or you can show them something of interest behind the scenes, then this is a great way to strengthen your connections too. So for instance, do a vlog of an event that you're attending, especially if it's within your industry or something that's trending. You could also do a behind the scenes or something in your workplace, maybe a new product or anything else that's related to what you've been doing, or something that shows your lifestyle. This can work because it's different and it's authentic to you, and it shows your style, your humour and mannerisms that only you have, and people are interested in other people's lives. Number 5, case studies. Now this is storytelling at its finest, when you can show a client's story that's produced a transformation, especially the resultant outcomes that your listeners want. You can also strengthen this with testimonials too, which is so powerful because the endorsement's coming from somebody else. And you can also weave in the reasons why you do what you do and the big benefits for them that can be achieved by doing so. Team this with a tasteful sales pitch and you're selling without being sleazy. Don't overdo these, but in conjunction with your other content, they can work really well because you're letting people know what you have to offer and how you can help them. For me, video is the preferred choice of medium to provide content to my audience, and then I repurpose this information to cover all platforms and I use it like a content carousel. We all have a smartphone these days, which makes it easy to put the content out. And if you're not using video and you'd like to know how to get started, check out my free download below, 10 tips to filming video like a pro with your smartphone. It gives advice on how to get started and confidence to get in front of the camera. If you struggle with self-doubt with getting your content out there, then this video may be of interest to you, where I share what flipped the switch for me. And you'll be so glad that you got started, because when you do, doors open that you'd have never have believed. So to summarise, whatever content you put out should always have a purpose, and either to connect, inform, educate, inspire or motivate, and preferably towards your content and other offerings. Always speak to your listeners' head and their heart, giving answers to the struggles and challenges, and you'll be seen as their go-to mentor, helping them on their journey. So if you like this video, hit that like button and be sure to subscribe and share with your friends, and I'll see you in the next video.